time shot. It's time shot. I'm in the place where my friends are, and I know together we'll go far. Yeah, time shot. It's time shot. And I'm still doing things the time shot way. Hello, people. It's Poet, and we are back on TimeShot. Now, today, Win is actually staying with me here in my house, in my very own house. She's been here for less than 24 hours, and it's amazing. It's great. What can I say? She's of course busy right now. She does actually have to work while she's here a little bit. But not to the extent that, you know, she's always going to be busy. She just happens to be busy right now. So it gives me a little bit of time to actually do some work myself. Mostly, if I'm to be honest, to stay occupied more than anything else. Because otherwise I'd be going nuts. But, yeah, what can I say? It's been great so far. I missed her so much, and when she's here, it's just, you know, I can't explain it. If you don't have a significant other, then there's really no point in explaining it. But it's just, it's a good feeling, though, to finally be together again, and it feels as though, like nothing has changed. Like, all this time has passed since we last saw each other, but it's almost like you can't feel it. Oh, now that I've done this, I think I actually have to go like that. It's almost like after all this time has passed, it doesn't matter. That it's like she never left, or it's like I never left her, or that we haven't been apart. You know what I mean? So that's a good feeling to know that after all this time being apart, it's still like we've been together for this whole time and nothing's changed. And not that anything would, I'm just saying that's how it feels. So it's all good. It's all good. And we've just been pretty well vegging for the last few days. The last day and a half. Vegging out, you know, quality time. We watched a movie last night. Yeah, and we're probably going to go out for dinner tonight. So it's all good. Let's see. There was something I wanted to talk about today, actually, and I don't for the life of me know what it was. I don't know. As you can see, I've been working on this hallway a little bit. I know that I showed it I showed it on stream, in Huck's stream. I joined Huck in one of his streams very, very, very briefly. And when I did that, I'm actually going to use my fortune pick to break this stuff because it's slower. I showed this on his stream, and I think I showed it maybe in a video of mine where I didn't talk about what changes and what progress I've made here. But as you can see, quite a lot of progress has been made, and it's really like I said during I think it was a stream. Yeah, it was definitely a stream. We were streaming, I think, on Beam. I started doing work on this hallway, and I knew as soon as I was working on it that this would not take long to finish. Really not long at all. It just required a bit of quartz. I've now since gathered a lot of quartz. I need way more stairs than I currently have, which is none. So let's get some. These could actually turn into that. And now with the chiseled, need that still. Glass I need. Okay, we can keep going. So Win's actually working right now. A lot of you know that she is a what is she? She's a support rep basically for Beam, the streaming service that I actually just talked about, that I streamed from the other day. And I know a lot of people were questioning that and if it had anything to do with her working for Beam, and it absolutely did not. In fact, I think I mentioned this too, maybe during the stream or maybe in a video. I can't remember where I mentioned it, but I did mention it before too, where someone asked if I was going to be streaming on Beam from now on, because she works there. And like I said then, and like I'll say again now, no, I mean, that's not the plan, but it doesn't mean that I won't. It's really just the reason I had streamed there was because I was planning on playing the Guild of Gungeon, or no, Gungeon? The Guild of Dungeoneering. And that game, if you don't know what the Guild of Dungeoneering is, look it up. It's sort of like a tabletop game where you get cards and your character kind of progresses through the cards and things like that. Different things get you different weapons, and the different weapons and items get you different stats, and yeah, it's that kind of game. So, okay, these two ghasts need to die so bad. Holy crap. I'm going to go ghast hunting in a second here. Do I have arrows? Yes, I do. Okay, they're going to die. But anyway, I was playing this game and I decided, you know what? I saw this other streamer named Kirai, or Kirei, as is the Japanese word for basically pretty, is what her username is on Beam. And I tuned in. I tuned into the stream, and she was playing Guild of Dungeoneering. And she was playing the Guild of Dungeoneering, and it looked like such a fun game. Like, extremely, extremely fun. I can't even explain it. It was just, she was essentially going through her list of people who were joining the stream, like in the chat, kind of in order. So she was going through them in order, and you would get to play her hand, essentially. You would become the character that she was playing, and where's this ghast? But he's down here. Got him. This is apparently going to be the new Nether hub, I guess. I don't even know who's making this. Is Penny making this? I know Penny wanted to do something. Using bone blocks, obviously, because... Ooh. I'm just steal this for a second here. Oops, what am I doing? Hope nobody minds. Yeah, this is my Fortune 3. Anyway, she was playing this game, and she was letting the people who joined her chat essentially be named after the characters. The characters would be named them, and they would go through and get to choose, like, what would you like to do now? Like, what would you like to have happen to your character? What items would you like to pick? And, you know, I watched that and the interaction of it, and just, it looked so fun. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm totally going to do that too. I want to totally copy that idea, not give them any credit for coming up with it. And I did. And it was so fun. And I needed Beam stream has 0 delay. So if I ask you guys a question in the chat and say, like, what would you guys like me to do now? I don't have to wait 30 plus seconds. On Twitch and YouTube, it's 30 plus seconds. So I think on YouTube, it's even like 35, 40 seconds delay, which is madness. And the thing is that it takes so long to get replies for people that it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be fun to watch, and it wouldn't be fun to play, because it would just be a stream of waiting around. So I streamed on Beam just to have the no delay thing, and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It worked well. It worked how I wanted it to work. No complaints. At the end of that stream, I actually polled people. You can run polls on Beam, which you can't do on YouTube. There's a lot of things on YouTube. Each has its own benefits, so does Twitch. But each has its benefits, but one of the big benefits to Beam is that it has polls. You can run Hello? You can run polls to ask people questions and to get, like, what game should I play next kind of poll, you could run. So that's kind of handy, honestly. So I ran a poll and I said, how do you guys like Beam? Like, what are your thoughts about it? Like, what do you guys think about it? Do you guys like it? Do you hate it? Do you what? Is it better? Which do you prefer, YouTube or Beam? Is essentially what I asked, I think. And surprisingly, and I don't know if it was because it was biased because I was asking the question on Beam. It's probably why. But the majority of votes came in saying, I like Beam better. Now it was like 20% still liked YouTube better, but 80% liked Beam better, which is interesting because I streamed again from there. And again, it wasn't because of win or anything. It was essentially, I am using a tip service for streaming called StreamJar. And I've always used StreamJar. It's nothing new. And I've been using that, and they came out with this beta that I got accepted into, that I registered for anyway, and it had a bot. You can actually have a stream bot, which manages your stream. It maintains, spam filters and shouts commands automatically, and, all the good things that a bot can do. And I wanted to try that out. And it only works with Twitch, Beam, and Hitbox, I think is the other one. So I used it on Beam again and had only maybe, 15 people show up. Maybe at the most 15. Now, one of the mods I have, and I mean moderator, not like modification, suggested that it was because I hadn't mentioned the stream on YouTube, like, hey guys, I'm streaming on YouTube. But I almost feel like I shouldn't need to do that. Like, none of the other streamers that I follow, do they ever go out of their way and say, hey guys, I'm streaming on, whatever. Unless they really, 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 really stream infrequently, and it's like a special charity thing or something. But I shouldn't have to. I tell people to follow me on Twitter, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, then you're going to miss stuff, And that's just the way that it's going to be. And so was the case. And unfortunately, much to my dismay, there's obviously still this huge gap between people who follow me and people who on Twitter and people who don't. I mean, I only had maybe 12 people show up, and it was a quiet, very, very quaint stream, and I kind of expected that it would be, so I didn't mind it. But, I mean, therein lies a huge benefit to YouTube. If I stream on YouTube, see, it's about profits. Now, I hate it as much as you guys do, YouTube for profit kind of thing, because YouTube should be all about fun. It should be all about, doing it because you love it and stuff. But at the end of the day, it is also my income. It is the way that I provide for me and my family. So I sometimes have to say, well, you know what? Either way, I'm having fun. Which way of these two ways makes me money? And that happened to be YouTube. If I stream on YouTube, I'm at least making $5. $5. That's it. That's complete full disclosure. $5 is what I generally make from streaming on YouTube. If I get 0 donations, I'll make $5 for 2 hours of work. You know, it doesn't sound like a lot. So trust me, it's still for fun. It's not for real profit. But if I stream on Beam or any other service like Twitch, regardless of where my following is, you know, I do it and make $0. The other day when I streamed on Beam, and I had, 14 people watching, I streamed for like 4 hours. 4 hours. Which is just because I felt like playing more. And sometimes that can happen. 4 hours and I made $1. $1, and that was a donation. If you had a day job and you went to your day job and after the whole day's work, a full day, 8-hour day, you make $2, let's say. I think that, you'd be calling some kind of a workplace, some kind of a workers' compensation board, like, to complain. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Oh, I hate you so much, Gast. Oh, come on, stop bobbing and weaving. There you go. Jerk. But yeah, $2 for 8 hours wouldn't be very good. $1 for 4 hours is just as bad. It's not very good. What did he blow up? He blew something up. Came in and it hit like the stairs. Okay. Is that all that he broke? It's not bad. Quartz is actually pretty resilient, I gotta say. This has been gasted a few times now, and it's always seemed to survive it pretty well. I feel like there should be more to this. Am I forgetting something? I am. Okay. Gotta put like that. That's what I'm forgetting on all of them. I knew there was something. So yeah, don't think for a second that it's like, oh my god, you're all about the money now. No, it's like, seriously, $2 for 8 hours is essentially what I would be making if this was a full-time job. And yet it is my full-time job. So, consider that. It's just one of those things. I do it because I love it, not because I'm making that much money at it. All right. But yeah, the whole thing is like, yeah, I'm not doing the streams from Beam because of one reason or another. And in fact, the last stream I did was a dinosaur stream, and I streamed from YouTube again. Because, yeah, there's benefits to both. One of the big benefits, of course, and I was mentioning Twitter a second ago, and how I was kind of disappointed that not more people follow me on Twitter. That's definitely a big part of it, is that already I have over 200,000 people following me on YouTube. When I start streaming live on YouTube, it notifies all of those people. You don't need a second account on Beam or on Twitch in order to know that I'm streaming there. You don't need that second account. You don't need to register an account. And I know that already on YouTube, like, I get the view counts that someone with 1 million subscribers gets. So if I'm getting the views of someone with 1 million subscribers and I don't have 1 million subscribers, I've always just said that it's because the people who watch are either too young or too lazy to register accounts. And it's fair. They don't have to register accounts. That's the way that it is. But if they're already not registering accounts as it is, how am I going to get them to register an account on something like Beam? it's an impossibility. It really truly is. And I know that. I knew that when I started. I knew that when I started to stream from Beam. I was like, you know what? Follow me there. And I think in all total, I had like 40 followers, like total 40 people who followed me on there. So not a humongous amount again. So it's tough to get people to follow you as it is. YouTube, they already are following me more often than not, so I'm happy with that. It's a real love-hate relationship, though, that I have with YouTube. I forget what the producer was called, but they produced this video. You've probably seen it. It's been around for a few days now, I think, or at least today, and it's gone viral where the guy is treating YouTube like his girlfriend, and it's sort of like this long, serious talk that you'd have with this girlfriend that you're having trouble with, or that, you know, is changing, and, you know, you've changed. You know, I fell in love with you because you were like this, and now you're doing this, and you can't expect that I haven't looked elsewhere. And he has this long talk with this YouTube button like it's his girlfriend, and I love that video. It's nothing I've seen yet about all the changes in YouTube, what they're doing, has been more accurate than this video. And it's funny because they made the video and were like, you know, we don't even want to get into the conversation. We just wanted to take our spin on it, and it's hilarious. It's so accurate too. It's scary. But I'm having the same love-hate relationship with YouTube right now. I have been for a while, but you know what? I still enjoy streaming from there. I really do. Shows up on people's feeds because I have over 200,000 subscribers, and I get more viewers on there. So I feel like, you know, if we're just doing it for fun, if I can have fun with more people, why wouldn't I want to do that? So, you know, take it for what it is. Beam has way better features in some places. YouTube gets a lot of views, and I can make some money on it because it shows ads. It is what it is. There's a good and bad about it. I don't mention Twitch a lot because I don't use Twitch anymore. I did for a while. But way back then, I made the decision that, you know what, I'm not going to use Twitch because I'm not making money on Twitch, and I'll never be partnered on Twitch ever. So, you know, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to develop my community there when there's little chance of me getting any following on Twitch? It didn't make sense. It still doesn't really make sense. But, you know, the people who are dedicated to it, who have spent a lot of time with it, props to them. I know I couldn't do it. And it's not really because I hate it. It's just that it business-wise doesn't make sense. For other people who do manage to do it, I'm impressed by them, in awe by them, honestly. I came here for leaves, actually. Birch leaves. Birch leaves. Actually, I have ender pearls. I just don't use them nearly enough. Oh, that didn't hit where I wanted it to. Oh, that didn't hit where I wanted it to. Okay, there we go. Semi-shortcut. Probably took about as much time. Okay. There we go. So that's the whole streaming thing. But yeah, I still, like, if you guys happen to be watching this and you haven't followed me on Beam yet, go to beam.pro/poetplays and follow me there. Because you never know. Maybe I will stream there. And at the very least, you've got an account there now, and you can watch some really cool streamers. Like, you know, probably half of TimeShot does stream on there. It makes as much sense to go and get a Twitch account. You know, I have a Twitch account so that I can actually interact with the people who stream there. So it's sort of half and half. Like, I know that Penny and Edson are humongous proponents of Twitch. Whereas like Win, Tort, Pudsey, Mara, Huck, MK, they're proponents of Beam now. I think I'm really the only one who streams more regularly to YouTube. Though I know that Tort in the past has streamed to YouTube. I think Fabe has also streamed to YouTube once or twice. So, you know what? Having accounts in more than one place is a decent thing to do. Now, business-wise, there's the thing, is that, you know, I've heard a lot that there's an expression for it, and I can't remember what that expression is right now, for when you are basically you're overextending yourself, or what's even the way to explain it, where you've basically done too many things, and what's the way to say it? It's a competition thing in a way. Like, if we have 6 streaming services that all do the same basic thing, and you expect people to have 6 different accounts, it's unreasonable. So you have to expect that they're going to have one account somewhere, and you're going to lose out if there's another streaming service that comes along. It's like if tomorrow suddenly there was a really, 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 really amazing video service come out. Like there is one called VidMe, vid.me, and I've been really, 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 really tempted to post videos there. I wouldn't make any money off of it, but it looks like a pretty cool service. If suddenly there were like that one and like 3 others that really come out and start shaping the way that video production goes, you know, suddenly, you know, are you relying on only one user base, or is it multiple user bases? You're splitting your user base. So, you know, how do you deal with that? How do you compensate for that? Questions like that haven't really been answered yet. Streaming services, it does kind of feel like that. Like, you know, people already have a Twitch account, so I'm not going to go and bother registering a Beam account. What would be the point? And, you know, things like that. Or I already have a YouTube account. I'm not allowed, or I just can't, or don't want to make a Twitch account, Beam account, whatever. It happens already. But I do feel I am one of the people who feels like, yeah, you got to have accounts everywhere. As soon as I see a service that like it relates to video production and doing what I do, and that, I register an account there, you know, just so that I can follow others who might get involved with it, because you never know. But that's my personal thing on it. It doesn't have to be yours. I know that there are some people who just, for whatever reason, they do not like registering multiple accounts anywhere. If I don't have to register an account, I won't. I don't know. I never had that kind of attitude. But other people are welcome to, for sure. But that's that. So yeah, I didn't really intend to talk just about streaming today, but it's kind of how it turned out. Got him. And we finished. We're done. 100% that I can see. I don't see that I'm missing any oh, maybe down here. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm missing, yeah, the stairs that go underneath. All the way to the beginning, it looks like. Yeah, all the way to here. See how there's stairs underneath? And then they just don't happen there. So from there, this way, I just have to put stairs, and then the walls are done. So let's bask in the glory that is this tunnel appearance. It's going to look so much better. I started, as you can see at the beginning of the video, on the ceiling. I'm going to have it kind of arced, an archway, where it'll be half slab and then half slab and then a higher half slab probably. Or maybe just half slab and then a higher half slab might be it. Or maybe these should even be a full solid block. I'll think about it. But it'll look so much better when I do the floor and the ceiling. It'll be really, really, really gorgeous looking, I think. One of the best nether tunnels that I've designed, just in its exquisite simplicity, if that's a weird... It's a weird way to put it, but I think that's pretty accurate. Exquisite simplicity. It was not hard to make, but it looks really exquisite, really ornate. The green adds that vibrance that I want from builds. Leaves make everything better. I know that I've said that so many times, and other people have said it. It makes so much sense. Leaves just somehow, in my eyes, I don't know why. Maybe you guys think differently. Let me know in the comments. I think leaves make everything in Minecraft just look so much better. It just makes it pop. Adding leaves, just surrounding a building, and all of a sudden the building looks, the whole appearance can change. That's why I started putting leaves like cascading down the side of the mountain, and looks to me much better. Changing the color of the leaves on these trees, and they're so important. Very important. Probably one of the most important building elements in all Minecraft are leaves. Just for how they make things look. Like, picture this without the leaves. It would just be so gray. So white and gray and blasé and what's the word for it? Just, sanitary? No, that's not the word. Sterile. That's the word. It would be sterile looking. It would just be gray, depressing. You add green and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, it's like really it pops. In my opinion. Maybe it's different from other people. But I'm gonna probably... We also did that pathway on a live stream, and I put stairs now that I didn't show, and grass to fill in between. So that looks way more complete now, that pathway. I still have to put, of course, the filler blocks in between the path pieces where the grass is now. But that pathway goes all the way around, and then to the front, you can see that there are a few little stone bricks to the front of that building. I'm going to get that done. I need to figure out a way to sort of integrate it into its shape, like to complete the back of it. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and start figuring out the monuments for inside. I am pretty happy with how these look. I've been kind of on the fence about sticking with this for these displays, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I got the other floors pretty well done. I just need a few more quartz. I ran out of quartz, and now I got to fill it in. And then I'm going to get some of these somehow. I think there might be some at the Guardian farm that Code's working on. And we're just going to put signs on each of these. With maybe we might do the tiers on top again with the like gold block, iron block, diamond block, emerald block. We might do that. Because that wasn't very hard to do. It was mostly iron. And this gives us enough space to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 per floor. Okay, doing my quick count. So 38 per floor. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. I could always go downwards also. I think we've got more than enough room for monuments of all the donors. This is going to be the donor hall. And now that I'm kind of happy with how these look, I think I'm going to go ahead and... The other option, I'm going to interrupt myself. Rather than having the iron block, gold block, diamond block, emerald block, is to have the same colors, white, yellow, cyan-ish, or blue, and lime green, and using either glass, which might look really interesting, or even hardened clay blocks for the top. I haven't decided on that yet. Of course, precious material ore is a little bit more significant, a little bit more. But, well, I'll decide that. But I'm going to start going. I got to get a world download, the last world download. I think I have a copy of it. I'm going to go through every single room, make a big spreadsheet, write down all the names and the donations, and then start kind of transposing them to here, and then that'll be done very, very soon. And I'm gonna have to try to somehow keep track of all of the donations that have come in since then also. So that's gonna be it's so tough, because I've had like literally hundreds of dollars of donations come in since the last season of TimeShot from individuals, like $1 here, $5 here, $20 here, and it's like, oh my god, I haven't really been keeping track of those. So I have to go through old emails, I have to go through my StreamYard settings and just try to figure out all the names. Oh, it's gonna be a huge undertaking, but worth it, because it's for you guys. And then that's it for now, I think. That's it for now. I want to build something right. Here's my thought for right here. I don't know if I said this already, but I was going to put my house right here. Like the house that my bed would be in here. A basic crafting table. Maybe my ender chest. Okay. I don't know where that guy came from. There's like nowhere for him to come from. This is fairly lit up. Where would he have spawned in? Oh, maybe right down there. Oh, maybe right down here. I got my tube. My water tube. My pipe. Mario pipe. Anyway. With that explosion, we'll be seeing you guys next time on TimeShot. I'm going to build my house here with my bed, my crafting table, maybe the ender chest, some personal belongings, armor stand maybe, basics. I'm going to build a little tiny house there that has a beautiful, beautiful deck, balcony, whatever you want to call it. A balcony, I guess, to stare out over my lands. Yeah, really cool. So, we'll be seeing you guys. Bye-bye.